Hello, welcome to this episode of Math Meowtics. We're going to talk about some more problems and solving equations that have fractions and using the multiplication properties of equality. All right, let's say I have this problem here and it's going to be 3/4 times x plus 3, and that's equal to 9. Now, we know how to solve this a couple ways. We can solve this by distributing the 3/4, okay? So I'm going to write that over here. So I'm going to distribute my 3/4. Let me do it this way. Hold on. Because I want you to see it side by side. So this is the same problem. I'll write that in black. So this is going to be 3/4 times x plus 3 is equal to 9. I'm going to draw a line between these because I don't want you to get these two confused. We're going to solve these two problems two completely separate ways. All right, so let's do it the old way, so the way that we probably are familiar with. And we're going to say 3/4 times x. That will give us 3/4 x plus 3/4 times 3 will give us 9/4, and that will be equal to 9. Okay. Now, these are, we have common factors here. We have our denominators the same. So we could just combine these. So we can say 3x plus 9 divided by 4 is equal to 9. Okay? Now I'm going to multiply by, I want to get rid of the denominator, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. And then the 4s are going to cancel out on the left side, and this is going to give us 3x plus 9 is equal to 9 times 4 will give me 36. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides because I'm going to be looking at my constant. I could have subtracted the variable, but I want to do that last in this situation. So now that's going to give me 3x is equal to 36 minus 9 will give me 27. And I'm going to divide both sides by 3. That's going to give me x is equal to 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay? Now in this case, and the reason I'm showing you both ways to do this, because there's certain problems that'll be easy to use one method, and then there'll be other problems that'll be easier to use another method. Okay? Now, let's look at our left problem, and we're going to solve it the way that I've been teaching on how to solve these. This number here, this 3/4, okay? That number is grouped. The x plus 3 is grouped together, so I can just handle that 3/4 separately, okay? It's essentially saying if I have a times b, and that's equal to c, okay? The order of this a and b, that's our commutative property, I can say b times a is equal to c, and I can still separate these b and a. I can divide by a both sides, and that will give me b is equal to c over a. So that's why in a problem like this, when we have parentheses, okay, we can just deal with that number that's outside the parentheses, this 3/4, right? Now, it's a fraction, so I'm going to multiply by 4, Actually, well, let's walk it through. Okay, so this is going to cancel out a 4, so that will give me 3 times x plus 3 is equal to 9 times 4. Again, we said 9 times 4 is equal to 36 over there in that problem. Now I just have a 3. I got rid of my fractions. Okay, so now I'm going to divide both equations by 3. So that's going to give me x plus 3 is equal to 36 divided by 3 will give me, it goes in 1 time, so that's going to go in 12. I'm going to subtract 3. It's going to give me x is equal to 12 minus 3 is 9. Okay, now we could have actually even done that even one step simpler, but because it's grouped and we have that 3/4 and we can use the division property, but I don't want to, we'll wait on that. Well, I promise I will teach you a quicker way, an easier way to do with that. I want you to get used to this and understanding that property of multiplication of equality, and then we'll go to the next one. I will do another example in the next video. See you then.